Just steady eyes and a straight up drive. No big machine, no polished script. Just truth in the words when she lets it slip. Madison County, know a name, not for the fame. The change in the game.
Watch this. So tomorrow, voting at the Crossroads Church starts. I think it's from like 8 or 9 in the morning. But I want to show you, we got fan clubs, so people can steal these signs if they want. It's a crime to steal signs, but as you ride up on the church tomorrow, you're going to see the underdogs are already out here. We're marking our territory. So if you're registered to vote, woo-hoo-hoo-hoo, Callahan, Kapusinski. Woo. This is too fun, you guys. It's past my bedtime. It's 10 p.m. I should be in bed getting ready for tomorrow because I'll be out here all day. So they didn't give us any rules that said we couldn't place our signs wherever we wanted. So Callahan, bam. We even put them. Boom. Okay. Bam. Bam. Okay. Across from the Cross Street Payless. Okay. Woo, I'm getting exercise. I think I just lost a couple pounds. Just kidding. I like fatty cakes. Boom. Nicole. And then we got a bunch over there on that entrance. So if you're registered to vote, get out here tomorrow. Come hang out with us. I don't know who all will be out here shaking hands or whatnot, but I know I'm going to be out here. We got a Stiegel. I think it should be girl power, guys. Vote for all the women. Just saying. Because we're cool. Bam. Bam. Okay. This is where it's going to be going down tomorrow. Ooh, I just lost my shoe. Okay. If you're from the town, if you've been pushed, if you've been let down, I have a song too, but oop, it just went off. I have a song too. You can find it on my Rails section. So, first campaign, first election, I think it's going pretty good. I had an interview with Harold Bulletin a couple days ago. Had an interview with radio, Anderson Talks, on Wednesday. And I'll be clipping that because there's some good footage that I was able to catch. I don't know why people would give those opportunities to me, but they do. They say some of the dumbest stuff. And then I get video clips and they get mad at me. And not cool. But whatever. It is what it is. All right, guys. So tomorrow, a whole bunch of us will be out here. Some people will be voting early. Even if you're not voting, come out and say hi to us. Hang out with us in the parking lot. Keep us company. Tell your friends. Tell your mama. Tell your papa. Your granddaddies. Your kids. And vote for hope. Let's see. I'm going to do this one. Because the girls are over here. I don't know if you can see Steagles. We're going out with this song. Woo, woo. All right, ladies and gentlemen, 2026 election is upon us. Get in where you fit in and let's change history in Madison County. All right, shalom.
Well, hello, voters. It is a beautiful Saturday afternoon. I'm up here at Crossroads Global Methodist Church where voting on the weekends has begun. This is a vote center for those of you who do not know or want to vote on the weekend. This is where I'm at. Payless is right over there. This is the intersection of State Road 9 and Cross Street or 200. And you will see what a great job Nicole has done decorating to make sure everybody driving by knows that this is a vote center. So, for as far as you can see, we have lots of signs going on here. The great patriotism by Nicole for serving our country. She's got her signs up as well. So it is a great thing. So there's lots of things to talk about as I'm up here and I'm looking at the voters and I'm watching the candidates. I want to bring to your attention. So here comes Nicole. She went to the restroom. Not sure why she doesn't have any gear on, but she doesn't.
I have this gear on. American made.
Right? So that American made. Listen, Kansas made. So anyways, as you come out here, I just want people to know, come out here and vote. Nicole's been out here since 9 o'clock, but I want to bring some interesting things to everybody as we walk up here and we see what's going on. So again, we've got signs everywhere, but signs don't vote, right? So let's take a peek here and let me turn this around. So we've got these signs out here. You can see all the different signs that are out here. Clearly you can see who paid for our signs. We're not making them too small. You got signs out here that mislead the people. You got the clerk who is sending out mail to Shelby County, which to people to vote. So her signs clearly. So be careful what you see on signs because they may not be true. And then you've got the culp, which they kind of got the message because they were repeating stuff, but that's been paid for. So I want to bring attention to everybody. If you remember this church when it was a polling center last year, or no, in 24. Remember when I was standing right here where they're standing right now? That's where Christy Grabowski's standing, Mikhail Vonsal's standing. Remember when Russ Willis came out and he did this huge measuring tape to make this huge chaos about this because Rick Gardner had called him? And technically the 50 feet shoot mark is out here in the middle of the road that you have to be at. So I just want everybody to understand that we seem to have different rules for Catherine, but we don't have the same rules for everybody else. Again, you're supposed to be 50 feet from the chute. I just bring it up because Russ came out here and made a huge spectacle. I don't blame these guys because technically what they should be doing from the committee is they should be marking this with tape so the candidates know exactly where the chute is. Now, it could be argued that the chute is technically inside the doors and that gains you more space, but Russ wanted to say it started right there at the doors and came out, which is not technically true. So I just want everybody to be able to see what's going on. I want Geringer's perfectly not in the 50 shoot mark. So he's out here, he's doing his thing. Kim Steigel, she's out here doing her thing. So it's interesting to watch how everything applies. If you want to come out and you want to sign Geringer's ballot so that he can be on the ballot for the fall, please feel free to do that. That's always a welcoming thing. We want more people to be involved. We don't want people to be disengaged, but we all know how this all works. So it's great to see that signs are out here. It's great to see that people are trying to do that. You know, Mike, what do you have to say to the voters, and how's it feel to be the outsider? I've been there many a times.
Be sure to come out and support Catherine and Nicole, guys. You like their message, come out and support them. Voting is your power to change things and be represented and have matching values in your government seat. If you get a chance.
Right here, he's got the petition right here, and I will be happy to sign for that. So that's something we all need to do is, do you have a pen?
I do, ma'am. Yeah.
And come out and sign the petition, because we all should have the right to vote.
I did.
So you want this, and then you can.
Okay, I already signed it. I signed it at the tea party.
The practicality, folks. I didn't go drop $250 on a folding sign. I
Made it. That's ingenuity.
My budgeted money and
Yeah. And then you that's your writing and everything, huh?
that's right.
You got nice handwriting. That's nice, man. I was going to do vote signs. I was waiting on her to get here, though. And I was going to go out there. I got my bullhorn and everything.
Thank you, Catherine. I really appreciate it.
You know, and this is where change starts. Change starts by having new people come in, new people running, new people challenging the system, and new people speaking out. I mean, I commend you for not giving up, right? I mean, and that's the whole thing, because that's their whole goal. Their whole goal technically is to beat you down, make you get so disgusted that you don't want to fight back or stand for what you believe in. And at the end of the day, we don't stand for something, we don't stand for anything.
Right.
So I'm glad that your conviction is like, hey, listen, I can't promise you what I voted. I think I voted that, but I'm not going to sit here and try to sway you one way or the other. At the end of the day, that should have had some support behind it, because he was honest. I mean, I don't know that many of us can sometimes remember what we did a year ago.
Right.
So that was honest. It takes some integrity to do that. He could have certainly lied. He could have certainly bent the rules, and he could have just been on the ballot. So these are the things. But how much work do you have to go through to get on that ballot now?
Oh, the workflow. If we're going to talk about workflows, it would be 10 feet high down to the ground. But workflows are boring.
How many signatures do you have to get?
I have to get 750 minimum, but not all will qualify. The same board that removed me from the primary ballot is who I turn the signatures into. So
Yeah.
I have a goal of 1,000, because they will line item some of them.
Sure.
Oh.
They can't read them, or they're not registered here, or they forgot their date of birth, or something along those lines. The important message for
We're at Crossroads Church on Scatterfield.
instead of a process taking
Across from Cross Street, Payless.
and an opportunity for a good person like yourself to run as a candidate, deciding who's on the ballot, it should be the voters that decide who's going to be in the
Right. Right.
And that's what becomes the problem, is that we've got a core group of people that are controlling the entire election, and that's not how the world works. There is nothing about that should work. The voting should be left to the people, and it should be open to the people.
Right. Yep.
And so that's kind of where I'm at with all this. So, you know, big kudos to you again. And I will tell you what the greatest thing about this whole election for me running for Senate is watching Hamilton County. I know they have their problems, but when you watch their information that's put out, it's clear, it's concise, and everyone has to follow the rules. And so I really appreciate that on the Hamilton County side. They've been great. I will give a shout out to Kelly Hewer. She did get with me last night, and she did tell me about the sign placements. So I will give that to her, that she did the right thing. And I don't know why you wouldn't, but it's just another thing that I want the people to understand, is that thank you, Kelly Hewer, for doing that. Kelly Hewer could have done a lot of things even with the 5th district as well when I was called in front of them, but to each their own. but slowly we're making change. There is nothing of the work that I have put in for the last 6 years that hasn't brought, significant change to our county.
Right.
And we're never going back.
Right.
The change is here. Russ Willis is never coming back into seat.
Woo woo.
Right now, I've got signs that are coming up missing, and they're big banner signs. They run anywhere from $75 to $100, so that's a lot. Now, I had the pleasure this morning to be out at Madison Grant, and I want to share this with everybody. As I did talk with the superintendent and some of the school board members and some of the constituents afterwards, and I was amazed at how many Summitville people were in attendance at this meeting. And the whole reason why I went to Madison Grant is because our children in Summitville, that is their school. And so it still affects us at the end of the day. And so we're still involved in that. So as I was sitting there listening, and if you go to the Madison Grant site, the superintendent's done a great job at putting out information, trying to get people there this morning. There's probably about 50 people in attendance, so that's a really good thing. But as I was sitting there, I thought to myself, the voters really make all the change. So with that being known, everybody goes through government econ class. If I was a government and econ teacher, nobody would graduate without registering to vote. No one. Because it's going to be those children who are going to come back and invest in your community. The majority of them, at least 75 to 85% of them, they're not moving away, right? Mm-hmm. And they're going to go off to college, and they can mail in their ballots and still vote for the people here. And eventually, over time, those kids will be affected because as we get older and we leave our properties to them and they inherit them, right? So they still need to be invested. Now, on top of that, if I was a government econ teacher, the other thing I would do is every one of my students would have to work the polls. On election day or in the primary, they would absolutely have to work the polls. But it's not that simple. What I would give them as an assignment is that they have to research their candidate. They have to look up their financials. They have to look at all their information. And then they have to present to the class the candidates. Then they will choose, because that's who they did, what poll they will go to speak on their candidates or ask for votes for those candidates. Why? Because now we are investing them to be a part of the system of voting and how important it is. That's what I would challenge a government and econ teacher, because I remember back to the days when I had government class and econ class, we certainly didn't get anything like I have gotten the lessons after the last 6 years. Right. And certainly your case has been a lesson for all of us that we're just now seeing. Well, and these are the things, if we had these high school kids involved, they would now understand, listen, we've got to pull to Republican votes, or we've got to keep track and write down when we've voted. We've got to take pictures of our ballots and so forth.
Yeah, especially to the youth. If you're 18, it is very important that you vote in the primaries. Right. Because, eventually you follow a path that Jesus puts before you, and maybe you'll want to be a candidate one day. The way the laws are written now, if you do not have 2 primaries, you won't be able to run for an office in Indiana until you're 24. And so be sure if you're 18, get out and vote for your party that you're with, so that you can actually meet the criteria on the candidate's path. Now, granted, a party chairman could sign a certificate to put you as a party member and run when you're 18, but that's just not a policy.
50-50 chance. Do the 2 primary. But I got a question. I know you didn't get any, but did anybody ever hand you any rules about being a Republican?
No, I researched them.
Yeah, but like growing up, like what you were saying.
I mean, they just believe if you pull a Republican ballot or you pull a Democrat ballot, that you automatically know what the rules of engagement are.
Yeah, I think they should hand that to us in high school.
Right.
Really, I do. Both.
But they also should hand it to you here at your polling site, especially for first-time voters. They should be handing them something that says you can visit this website and you can
get more information. Yeah.
It's the same thing that I've said about Linda Smith the whole time, right? So another great point is I had several people call me in the 24 election, and they were really upset because when they went in to ask for a ballot, they weren't sure if they should be pulling a Republican ballot
or a Democrat
ballot. Mm-hmm. So they call me and they're like, I got in there and I had a Democrat ballot, your name wasn't on there. So when I questioned them, they're like, oh, it's too late, you already took the ballot, right? Instead of helping the new voters say, okay, this is who's on this one and this is, they just gave them whichever one they felt, even though like who doesn't know what ballot I'm on, right? When it comes to the people working in the polls. But first-time voters, second-time voters, they will not know.
Right.
I have plenty of the teenagers who've gone in and they weren't sure because this whole system part, they're very confused. They just thought everybody would be on the ballot. But that's not how it is in Indiana. So my suggestion to Linda Smith and the county is you have a blue colored piece of paper and you have a red colored piece of paper. And you have an example of that sitting at the front so that voters can look at it and they're like, oh, it's kind of like a menu, right?
Right.
Oh, I need this one. And then there's no confusion because it's even color coded.
Right. That's a good idea.
That's what should be happening. But that would mean people would actually have to care about the voters and really think about the voters and remember what it was like to be a first-time voter. And so those are the kind of things that
Terry.
Worry us. But at the end of the day, everything is left to the people. The people possess all the power. That's who it is up to. So now it's anybody's win. But if you don't get people to the polls, we're going to have a big problem. So let's see what it goes on. We have 11 more days left to go.
That's right.
I am more than happy to keep your petition at my office. People can sign it for you if that helps you gather some of those. I'd be more than happy to do that because why?
People come to her to sign petitions.
It is about the people.
Right.
Everybody deserves the chance to run. Everybody deserves to know what the truth is. And people need to really pay attention to who you're voting for and what you're voting for. So if I can be of any help, please feel free to reach out. As always, I know I've gotten a ton of calls. I do have all the absentee ballots. And I will tell you, if you want to know what your absentee ballot is, go to www, or just your ballot in general, go to www.indianavoters.gov. That's going to come up. You're going to check your voting status. When you check your voting status, you're going to plug in your information and your date of birth. Then you're going to go in. You're going to be able to see what precinct you are. Inside there will tell you who all your candidates are. But if you want to see a ballot that is actually going to be yours, and I've had several this morning, I will pull your ballot. There's like, I don't know, the email I got's like got 450 different ballots. It's craziness. So just let me know. That'll give you an idea of where you're actually at.
That's a lot.
So yeah, there's a lot in there. So just let me know and I'll get them to you. And then if there's anything else I can do to help you, perfect. So there's a hard copy. Starting on Monday, that'll be at my office. If you want to help Geringer for the fall, that'd be great. And we'll see what's going on from there. So I just want everybody to know there's no reason to be inside. I really don't want people to early vote if you can really not do that.
But you can come hang out with us for a couple hours.
Early vote, I do understand that, and I appreciate that. It's better than nothing, absolutely. But I'm so concerned
That's a good idea.
the integrity process,
Terry.
that I'm just not sure, how secure these elections are.
That too.
So I will, be talking with you soon. Thank you to everybody. And it is good to see the candidates that are out here willing to talk to the participants, willing to share their information, willing to be approachable. It doesn't matter who I like or who I dislike. The same for you. Make the best judgment for you. And that's what's important. As one public servant often says, and I'm going to steal this from him, your enemies don't have to be my enemies, and your friends don't have to be my friends. You make the best decision for you. So, hey, Ken Kaczynski, thank you.
I was going to say,
words of wisdom.
I knew whose quote it was.
Job as a surveyor.
Yes.
So, just think about that, and happy voting to everybody. And again, I'll be around on election day if you're having problems at the polls, if you're having problems even on early voting. Please turn on your cameras. You can videotape anything for yourself.
Send it to us.
Pictures, and please feel free to reach out to me on Messenger and call me. Usually we have somebody somewhere that we can
get your sign behind you.
Talk to everybody. There is the Callahan sign back there. Of course, we are all Team Callahan.
Yep.
And we want to thank Nicole for making this great t-shirt. Well, hello, voters. It is a beautiful.
Okay, you're on.
All right, Madison County, we're back. Well, look who we got at the polls. Kim Stevens
Woo woo.
up here. She's asking for votes, and so she's one of the sheriff candidates. Then you've got Mikhail Bond's up here, and Jonathan Colt's up here. Michael Geringer's up here.
Grabowski.
Christy Grabowski's up here. I think Bell had somebody here representing.
Yeah, his wife was here just a
I
minute
don't
ago.
know. But anyways, what we're bringing to you right now is that there's a 4-H fish fry tonight. Dance Fish Fry for Madison County at the 4-H Fairgrounds. And this is for the Horse and Pony Show. For the Horse and Pony Show, just saying, come out and support that 4-H. And if you have questions for Kim and you're still on the fence,
She's gonna be out there.
or who you're voting for, she'll be there tonight.
Any
I'll
vote.
be up there for a short time. Nicole will be up there for a short time.
I'll be up there by 5.
Geringer's coming out for the fish fry
Yep.
tonight. I don't know what the
Mr.
others are
Geringer.
doing. So I just kind of want to let people know, you know, it's very important to support our 4-H at the fairgrounds and the kids who, that's a great thing for the kids to be in our community. So if you do not have any plans tonight, it is a beautiful, beautiful day out. Come out to the 4-H fairgrounds, support the 4-H, and let's see if we can get some things done. But if you're still on the fence about candidates or you want to meet somebody, just come on out there. I would think around 5 o'clock would be by the time we got things wrapped up and finished
Yeah,
up.
we'll have to clean up
here.
our signs.
We'll come out. And like everybody knows, listen, can't get shoes better than this, right? Gotta get them shoes out there.
And, I want a pair now with my name on them.
So come out to the 4-H fairgrounds tonight. You're going to see lots of people, I'm sure, out there. It'll be a good time. Dan's Fish Fry is always great food. So we hope to see you out there. And if there's anything I can do, always hit me up on Facebook. And as you can tell, not been very busy at the polls. And I'm just hoping that God's going to answer my prayers and he's going to send everybody out to the polls on election day, because all of you know what's kind of going on in this county. But for those who have voted early, thank you. I'm not sure yet how many we're at this point, but we'll find out Monday what the census looks like, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Thank you so much for always tuning in. Have a great one.
Shalom.
You would think that he would have been out this morning to help us with this.
Okay, 50 feet's right here.
Okay, can you go diagonally too so we know which way to go?
Sure will.
Thank you.
That's the first time I've ever had to do this.
Oh, okay.
I think we're safe on that.
I had some people call.
Oh, sure.
I think we're pretty safe for the chairs, though.
Make sure you got the royalty form, Catherine.
Oh, I got it rolling for you, Mr. Willis.
Okay, thank you.
Gardner was just out, so.
Right here, Ron.
Oh.
Taking the track. There's a crack here in the asphalt.
Probably should chalk it off. Can we go that way too? Can we go that way too? Because I'm not sitting with Mikhail. So can we go that way?
Really farther out than I expected.
It's hard to judge. I'd probably stake them off, and then people would know. Yeah, I would stake it off and then people know. Nobody's coming out to try. Reasonable common sense. Well, we need to go by black and white rules, not common sense. I know you don't have a lot of it, but we're okay with it.
Yeah. Indiana back roads, county lines, porch lights glow. Callahan in the dust and the chrome. That's right. Callahan. She's in the fight. Back road boots in the courthouse light. Talk real loud, stand real tall. She's for the people, she hears them all. Callahan. Don't back down. Turning this whole thing upside down. From small town roots to the state house door. She's what they've been waiting for. Gravel road grip, truck roll slow, where the cornfield stretch and the rumors grow. She don't fold when the pressure rises, just steady eyes and a straight up drive. No big machine, no polished script, just truth in the words when she lets it slip. Madison County, know a name, not for the fame, but the change in the game. Porch light talk, sitting down a plan, signed up voters, shaking her hand. Not about power, not about show, it's about the place that they call home. When they say no way, she says watch me. When it gets dark, she still won't flee. From dirt road straight to the dome, she brings that backbone home. Callahan, she's in the fight. Back road boots and the courthouse lights. Talk real loud, stand real tall. She's for the people, she hears them all. Callahan, don't back down. Turning this whole thing upside down. From small town roots to the state house door. She's what they've been waiting for. Now it's headlines, noise, and spin, but she keeps pushing through thick and thin. No silver spoon, no corporate hand, just Indiana dirt in the plan. She stands. Fix the roads, fix the trust, not for the rich, not just because, but for the folks who stay too long when everything else done went wrong. She don't blink when the pressure hits, just tight grip on the purpose it fits. Vote by vote, brick by brick, she builds it back when it's feeling sick. If you're from the farms, if you're from the town, if you've been pushed, if you've been let down, say your name when the lights go low. Callahan, let it roll. Callahan, she's in the fight. Yeah. Indiana back roads, county lines, porch lights glow. Callahan in the dust and the chrome. That's right. Callahan, she's in the fight. Back
have this a minute ago. Okay. Now it's doing something. All right. Just have to go with it.
Is it Facebook?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. I'm live. I'm coming to everybody from Payless on Cross Street. Okay, I'm getting ready to get gas. And I was out until 11 p.m. last night. I think we started at around 4, but we put the rest of our signs together because we saved our signs for just for today, or just for the campaign, or for the locations, the polling places. Okay. And they have, this year, we have satellite locations, and there's about 7 of them. One in Markville, one in Pendleton, one in Elwood, one in Alexandria, the one behind me over here, which is Crossroads Church. And I'm a believer. I'm a Christian, okay? So this is nothing personal towards this church. Maybe a little bit, because I know that there's pedophiles that attend that church on Sundays. Okay, I know, because I know some of the victims. I've helped the victims. Okay, they call me and try to have me explain to them why people inside the churches victim shame them. But I'm not going to do that video today, because I'm just not going to do that video today. We're going to talk about campaign signs and behaviors. Okay, so since Saturday, I have been harassed by family members of elected officials. I have been harassed by city employees. I have been harassed by, let's see, who else? Oh, my opposition, Mikkel Vaughn's attorney's wife, the spouse of Mikkel Vaughn's attorney. I asked her specifically to tell me who she is and why all this is her concern. And she refused to tell me, and then went into saying that I was gaslighting her and being narcissistic because I asked her a question about how she is connected to this campaign or to this election cycle. Because women don't go after other women over stuff like this unless they're connected somehow. And then we found out it was John Manley's wife, who is the attorney that helped Mikkel Vaughn get his criminal record expunged. Okay, so what's that tell everybody? Okay, and elected officials and candidates have said that I harassed them. I have never told one that I was going to FAFO them. I may play FAFO songs, but I have never specifically got onto another elected official's website ever. There's no screenshots of me ever threatening or harassing anybody. Okay, so today I'm gonna go over here in a minute, okay? Because I've been getting messages all morning from David Albee, who claims that the poll workers inside that building want us to remove our signs for respect of the church. And I'm all about it, okay? I'm all about it. I'm all about respect. I'm all about respect for churches. I'm all about respect for God. I'm all about respect for combat veterans who are trying to run an election, and everybody keeps wanting to mess with my signs. Okay, Saturday, David Albee was mowing, similar to what this guy's doing over there, and he shot grass onto our signs that were over here at this church, to the point that the grass, when it dried, it cemented strong onto my signs. Then at the end of the day, I had to take those signs and I had to put them in the back of my Jeep. And so now my vehicle is full of grass clippings. And today I have David Albee, sorry, I went too high. I have David Albee telling me that I have to come and remove these signs from in front of this church immediately. Okay, now back to, there are no rules for campaign signs. Okay. And they're telling me, okay, Saturday, I didn't know when we dropped the signs off on Saturday and they were within the shoot window. Okay, this is my first campaign, folks. my first campaign, my first election. Yes, I've worked on campaigns before, but I've never been given rules. We've never had this much issue with signs. And so there's going to be some more videos coming out in the next week or so about what happened on Saturday. I've been harassed for 48 hours. Some of you guys just tuning in. I've been harassed for like 48 hours over the videos about that shoot. But I was told to remove my sign, and 2 elected officials, Jonathan Kolb and Christy Grabowski, and my opposition candidate, Mikkel Vaughn, stayed within the shoot window after Tim Lannon came in and told us to move it, okay? So they should be enforcing rules the same. And this is what we keep getting, me and Catherine both. So I've got complaints in to District 5, Republican Party, about how some of the Republicans that are trying to get me in trouble also have donated to their Democrat campaigns in the past. So how are they in charge of the Republican Party at this point? I don't know. But we have 14 elected officials that used to be Democrats, and they now claim to be Republicans. They're sitting in office, and they're allowing some of their family members. Well, I don't know, Christy might be full Republican, but Christy Grabowski's son reached out to me and told me that I had to edit my videos because he didn't like the way that the header, and the header was shoot or not to shoot. That is the ultimate question. Okay. I don't see anything wrong with it. He took it as a threat and was basically trying to stiff arm me to take it down. That was one of them. Then Mikkel Vaughn, my opposite, or my what is it? The guy I'm running against, competition for this election. His attorney's wife has been harassing me, and she told me she was going to FAFO me. So I'm waiting for the FAFO. But today we're going to be talking about these signs. I'm not moving them. There is no rule that says that I have to move those signs. They want me to leave my flags though, and I'm gonna zoom in because I'm getting ready to go over here. And once I go, you see those little flags next to my signs? Because I'm a combat veteran, and people like Cecil Stroud, Phil Herberg, and them are telling people lies about me and my service. They're trying to tell people that my DD-214 is fake. They are trying to say that I wasn't raped in Baghdad. They're trying to say that I'm making the story up, and I've already had to go through all the federal agencies, and they've made their determinations, and they have determined that I have told the truth. Hence why I have VA service-connected disability. But anyway, don't listen to what some people are saying. And if they say I'm not disclosing anything, okay, I don't have to disclose classified information from a war zone. They don't have the proper clearance. I did release my DD-214, and obviously that's not good enough. But back to these signs, there are no rules. All the polling places that I have seen open in the last couple days or the last week or two, they have signs all over the front of their buildings letting people know that that is a polling center, okay? So this is a polling center this year. It's a satellite center. It's going to be open all week. And so we came out and we put signs out, okay? I put signs, and I think it looks really cool. And I placed a Nicole sign, a Catherine sign, and I interchanged them, and then I put the American flags by my signs. Now, just like what happened on Sunday, they wanted to keep my flags in front of the building, in front of the shoot. Well, of course, everybody wants to keep the flags. It's a symbol of American freedom. I pledge an allegiance to an American flag. Okay, I pledge an allegiance to an American flag. I serve this nation, and I got raped in a war zone, and I opted out of serving because I did not join to be a blow-up doll. Okay, so sorry if people don't like that I don't like being raped. So anyway, back to the American flag is a symbol of freedom. Okay, it's a symbol of the United States Constitution that allows us to have the rights to be able to put a sign at a polling place. Okay, I can't help it that a lot of Democrats go to that church. Okay, I can't help that. But telling me to remove my signs because you don't like me or Catherine is not going to fly. There's not against the law to put those signs over there. There is no sign rules. I'm going to keep reiterating that. And today we're challenging the system about these signs. And I'm getting ready to go over here and put more signs up because I didn't put all my signs up last night. So it's kind of funny that they're mad at me still over these signs. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and stop this video because I got guys working and I don't want to get them necessarily in the video. So either way, I think I'm getting ready to get yelled at as soon as I pull up in that parking lot. And for the record, well, I'm not even going to tell you what I'm going to do. Today's going to be fun. So for everybody harassing me, I'm going to start releasing the screenshots. Some of them are going to be in the complaints that get filed this week because I'm not harassing anybody. I'm not stealing people's signs. I'm not trying to break signs. I've never broke an election sign. Even when Kenneth Hodgson was running for office, I didn't break one of his signs, okay? I won that case fair and square. Sorry, I'm getting out of the way of these cars. All right, guys. So I just want everybody to know these false accusations that are being made about me, the harassment that I'm having to endure, that I doubt my competitor, Mikkel Vaughn, is facing because all the people that are harassing me are connected to Mikkel Vaughn. Except for David Albee. I don't know what he's connected to this church, but he's been rude to us since January or February when we filed the campaigns to run. We got lots of screenshots from him because he's just rude. So see, look, as soon as I say David Albee, if you can see that. And they can't keep my flag just for them. There's people voting today inside that building, and those signs are for us, for them, for people that support us. And with that, I'm out, folks. Shalom. So now I'm over here. I got these signs. Just now it's 9:30. And they're just now putting out the voter site. So I don't know if they were paying attention to what I was doing this morning. And so nobody put the signs out, but they're just now getting the signs out and it's 9:30 in the morning. And David Albee told me that the poll workers, which would include these two people as well, which could be the lie, said that the poll workers want my signs removed. Okay. And David Albee will not leave me alone. Okay, you know what? I'm going to screen record David Albee's conversation. Okay? I've asked him to leave me alone. Will you put him over there on the pathway in? Okay, thank you. So, David Albee is harassing me in my inbox, and I just want you to see this here. So I had signs placed right here this weekend, all through here, and you can see that the grass is cut. Then he cut all this grass while our signs were there and flung grass all over my signs, then said he was going to come back. So I don't know if you can see that in the comparison on the grass. So he supposedly came back, but this grass isn't cut. So you're mad about my signs and grass, but there's still long grass around here. So, okay, here's some more. We're placing more signs and more flags, which I've been told I can leave the flags, but I have to pull some of my signs, okay? I've already put a call in to the Madison County Election Room and Election Board, and we'll see what they have to say. And I did tell them that there are no rules for these signs, so I'm not sure why I am being told to pull my signs. Vote center. See, now look. Vote center. Every polling place that I have seen in Indiana or 2 counties have signs in front of their house. So I can't help that David Albee don't like us. I've never met him personally until this weekend. I've never been mean. Well, I have defended myself from him, just like I'm about to get in my inbox and screen record everything that he's putting in there. We're going to make David Albee famous for being so rude to us, okay? So I'm not allowed to defend myself. And if he can be brutally rude, then I can be brutally honest. How about that? That's my constitutional right, okay? That's my constitutional right. I serve this nation. So why am I not allowed to put my signs out at a polling place? Okay, so that's 8. And they just got these voter center signs put out here. In Hamilton County, you should have saw the stoop on one of the buildings. It was covered in signs. So it's not my fault that other candidates weren't as strategic with their signs as me and Catherine are. Okay, and if that's the problem, nobody has signs left to put them out anywhere. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. But don't tell me that I have to come pull my signs, but I can leave my flags. Right? That's what he's saying. Pull my signs, just the ones in front. I even placed them differently today, okay? See? These are placed different. There's not even as many up here as there was. I don't know who that is over there. Okay. Let me see. Somebody else maybe placing signs? I don't know. I can't tell. But I'm a little over the harassment. I'm not allowed to harass people. Oh, he didn't. Oh, okay, David Albee. Look at that. He didn't even mow when he came back, bro. So Saturday, he said he was going to come back and mow. And he didn't even mow in front of the church doors. Oh, and that is where the chute doors are. Okay, that's where everybody's supposed to go in. We got signs over there. We got these signs right here. Notice, I'm not going to put anything up there this round. I'm not going to put my flags up over there to make their stuff look good. But then they're commanding and demanding me to take my signs down. Out of respect for the church is what he said. Out of respect for the church, you need to take your signs down. Well, I'm sorry, but don't mix government with politics and churches. And if you're a 501c3 tax-deductible organization and you want to participate in politics for campaigns, okay, then maybe you shouldn't volunteer to use your building as a polling place, right? I mean, that's common sense, isn't it? Apparently not. But what do I know? I'm just the combat veteran that's been harassed and attacked for like the last 72 hours by my competitors, friends, family, and his attorney's wife. So I don't know about you guys. I've already put my call in to the Madison County Election Board this morning. I got lots of screenshots, David Albee. I'm going to screenshot the entire record of you telling me what to do this morning. And I just got another idea of where I'm going to place those signs. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go place these signs so that every time you look out the doors over there at the chute, that you're going to see my name. And I'm going to pray in the name of Jesus that we win this election for the people, because letting pedophiles inside your churches and victim shaming the victims is like not my thing. Okay. And if it's your church's thing, that's all more power to you. God's going to judge you guys one day too. But if you're going to let pedophiles in your building and put them in ministerial staff or pastoral staffs, and you're pissed off about my signs, the problem isn't me. Okay? It ain't Catherine. It ain't me. So leave us alone, David Albee. Leave us alone. I don't like messing with old people. I do not like messing with old people, but I will defend myself from you. And so this morning, this is a record, another record. And nobody came out and yelled at me. Nobody came out to tell me to remove my signs because you did it in electronic format. So now I have record of it. So thanks. That'll go in my complaints this week. And I already started filing them today. So shalom. And I'm going to go put the rest of my signs out now. Bye. So now I'm over here. I got these signs. They're now, just now, it's 9:30, and they're just now putting out the voter site. So I don't know if they were paying attention to what I was doing this morning, and so nobody put the signs out, but they're just now. Okay, so I just got back home. I realized I didn't really have enough signs to put out, but I just want to show you George. He wants you to see it too. See? Say hi, George. What in the what are you doing right now? You're so weird. Wow. You know, huh? Okay. So back to my signs here. This stuff is not coming off. Okay. Then when we go to get it, it's taking the ink off of the actual sign itself. So that's property damage done by David Albee on Saturday at the polling location. This one, same thing. I can't just wipe that off, okay? It's not coming off of the signs. Okay, some of it has came off. It's in the back of my Jeep now. Some of these other ones, it's got a smaller amount, but still the same. It doesn't want to come off. Go. It's not easy. And then when we go to wipe it, it's taking the ink off the signs, okay? I have to scrub it a little bit. But, I mean, pretty much every sign that we put out on Saturday, okay, at the polling location, where I complied with every rule that they asked me, this is what David Albee did to my signs. I don't give two poops if he's a 70-year-old man. He got mad about my signs out there and Catherine's, and he decided to cake them. He decided to cake them with grass, okay? So I'm going to try to spray these off while I'm in the middle of trying to go place them. Okay, same thing. How many signs is that? I'll go back and watch this video again when it's all over and count how many signs he actually damaged. Okay, while he's yelling at me and harassing me this morning to come get my signs. I've already talked to the election board office. They don't have sign rules for polling locations, but some of this grass stuck to these things like glue, man. Okay, I'm going to come back over here to this one. Once I start going, some point, David Albee ruined some of our signs, and he's been harassing me all morning about coming back out there to Crossroads Church to get my signs out in front of the building. Okay, so I am not a happy camper, and I'm tired of the rules only applying to me and not some of the elected officials that I once served this nation on behalf of. Okay, so I go to war. I don't care what they think about my service, but I go to war and I can't even put a freaking sign at a polling location during an election without having to worry about my stuff getting broken by angry white men. Okay, because that's what this is. He's harassed us on Catherine's stuff for 3 months. I had no clue he was going to be at the freaking thing on Saturday. I had no clue. But now, before I can put these signs back out, I got to rinse them off and hope that they don't get ruined in the process. And these signs are like 25 to 50 bucks a piece because they're double-sided. And we had to go to a big old fancy place because it's not your regular flimsy plastic. We spent good money on these signs, and people shouldn't be trying to ruin them, take them, steal them. And if you're stealing our signs and you're breaking it and we find out who did it, yeah. Oh, look. No. See? There's a hole in that one. So this sign right here is ruined. And that's from being at the Crossroads Church on Sunday. So if they can have pedophiles and rapists sit on their pews, these signs are the least of their worries. And with that, I'm out. Hua. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and record what I'm doing over here, okay? Maybe. See if that works. Okay. So the grass, I'm trying to spray these off. Sorry. I'm going to leave it. What happened? Okay, there it goes. Okay, so I'm going to try to spray these signs off, okay? This one's broken. This one has a hole in it. Okay, grass is not coming off of that one without me rubbing it. And when we're rubbing them, it's taking out the color. So, you tell me, what have I done to make these people hate me so? Run for office? Okay, the grass is not coming off easily. Now, I want to see. Can you see the grass? Not coming off my sign. Okay? Not coming off my sign. Without having to scrub it. Then when we scrub it, it's taking the ink off. That's destruction of property. Here's another one of mine. Okay. See all that? See all the grass? All the clippings? There's still grass not coming off without scrubbing. And it's actually, if you look down here, the grass hit this so hard that it's stained. Now these are stained green. Now, I don't have as much money as Catherine, okay? I don't. I spent about $1,200 on signs, and I strategically placed all mine, okay? And this is just, and I'm going to use my freedom of speech card. This is bullshit, David Albee. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself for ruining our signs. So, you don't like what I got to say? Well, now, I don't like you either. You don't like Catherine? You don't like us? I don't like you. I think you're rude, and you can save that, your religious spirit or whatever that you got on you this morning, you can save that for somebody else, because it ain't flying with me no more. Thanks, David Albee. Okay, so we have decided to compromise and come get our signs and move some of them, okay? We're going to compromise. This is me compromising, okay? So I just want you guys to know that this church right here does not like combat veterans. They want their freedom of speech, okay? They want their freedom of speech, but they want to tell me that I can't have my signs out in front of the church, okay? Because I don't even know why. Don't even know why. Oh, and there's Mikkel. Here you go. Mikkel's went and got him some more. And these signs that I'm moving are about to go over there too. Okay, so just so you guys know, there's voter fraud Vaughn. What is it? I look like crap. You guys have been out working. Let's turn this back around. Okay, so I'm taking my signs down, and I'm going to stay on live because there's people here that want to yell at me. But you know what they did say? They said, remove my signs, but leave my flags. That's what I was told. Remove my signs and leave the flags. Now, why would I want to leave flags for the church and the polling place and make it look all pretty? Can you explain that to me? So don't you think there should be more awareness raised about polling places? Or is it just me? It's just me and Catherine that get pounded about our stuff. Now, this is me compromising, okay? And I'm staying on video because there are people here that are known to yell at me publicly. So you guys are all going to be my witnesses if anything goes down in the next, I don't know, 15 to 20 minutes when I go to replace these signs where they're more visible for them to see. In the front. And remind everybody, these are not, there's no rules about placements of signs. Not one. Michelle Daniels has not made one rule, or the Madison County Election Board, about complaints. And actually, I'm going to leave one. I'm going to leave one sign because then, you know, I was here in 2026 election when they tried to tell me that I couldn't have my signs because they didn't like them out here. Okay, but I don't remember any of them being there when I took an oath to this nation to serve and protect everyone. I didn't just say, you know, hey, America, I'm coming to sign up to fight for you today, but I'm only going to fight for the heterosexual people, or I'm only going to fight for Christians. Okay, I have a lot of heathen friends. I can't help that. Some of them are very good to me. Some of them I've known my whole life, and I'm not going to be mean. I refuse to be mean to them. I refuse to be mean to people of color. I refuse to be mean to people from other geographical locations and cultures. Does that make me a bad person? No. But for some reason, I can't have my signs in front of a vote center. And some of them already got broken. Okay, and these are some of these are the covered in grass ones. I'm going to put my other little flag here. And I know the filmage is all kind of crazy and wonky because I'm keeping you guys on here. So if I get harassed again for having signs out, then you guys get to witness it. So just know that members of this church and this church in general should not be a polling place. So you can't tell me that that is neutral. I've been harassed by one of their elders in my inbox all morning. Okay? All morning. And we also took it up with the whatchamacallit guy. The election room. Sorry. We took it up with the election room. Linda Smith says, leave it. And Tim Lennon said, I don't even know what Tim Lennon said. I don't remember. Not gonna lie. But I do know I'm compromising. This is me compromising and being nice because obviously they feel threatened by our meager existence on Facebook. Oh no, somebody made a comment about me on Facebook that I didn't like. And now you're gonna come take all your signs down. Oh, okay. So there you go. Just friendly reminder. I compromised. I left 2 signs, okay? And since there is no rules and nobody likes to give me the rules, that's me compromising. So, and I'm running a campaign. I'm running an election, guys. So why, I don't even know what. And I can't get this thing to zoom back in. Hold on, let me see. Zoom back in. Or out, whatever. That's pretty close. If I turn the camera around, it's going to be up my nostrils. Okay, so I am getting ready to go over here. Hold on. See if I can do this one more time. Sorry about the video footage. Sorry about the angles. It's a new phone. But down there are some signs, and I'm going to bring them up the roadway. Because if I can't have them out there, where am I supposed to place them? So, where are we supposed to place road signs? Can any of you guys tell me that? Or not road signs, campaign signs. Right? It's a polling place. Every polling place I've seen in the last couple weeks in the front of their building has freaking signs. Right? They have signs. They have signs. So now, I'm sorry. Somebody already contacted me and said she didn't like how I'm responding. I'm being aggressive. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm obeying. I'm complying. I would think passive aggressiveness because they're all up back here behind me. And they're laughing and smiling. So, yep. I know, Mikhail. Hi, guys. I know. Voter fraud Vaughn, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. Look at there. Voter fraud Vaughn. Say hi, guys. Oh, there we go. Let's do this. I'm going to set you right there so you can see Mikhail. Now, I'm placing signs that Mikhail about because obviously you're scared of us, guys. And that was a drop. Okay, are you still on? You are still on. Okay, I'm gonna change the camera around. I'm gonna put this right here. Okay, hold on. Sky's the limit, folks. Rome wasn't built in a day. My ancestors in New York and New Jersey didn't write the Constitution or go to Civil War in a day. But Mikhail Vaughn did go to prison. He went to prison. Look at that. Look at that. He likes to harass people. Oh, here you go. Just keep them on the record. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? And then I'm going to let it sit right like that. Okay, there you go. Let me zoom in for you. Because he thinks he's got his phone out over there. Okay. gonna get it here in a minute. Okay, wait, where you at, Michaela? Recording. Or you might even be listening to my live so that he can send it to his attorney, John Manley. And John Manley's gonna come sue me. Just like his wife was saying yesterday, you should be scared of me. Well, that's a threat. Wouldn't you say that, folks? Oh, look, I told you it was gonna be in my booger's nose. So, if an attorney's wife that happens to work for this guy behind my shoulder, see right there, the one holding the camera right here, his attorney's wife, spouse, whatever you want to call her, was on there the last 24 hours trying to refute what happened here on Saturday, but yet she was not here. So, just a friendly reminder. Just a friendly reminder. Okay, the lady in the red beside him. So let me show you. Okay, the lady right there in the red beside Mikhail, that's Christy Grabowski, the elected official that can be seen in the Russ Willis video. Sorry, guys. The Russ Willis video from 2024. I'm just going to carry you with me, all right? I'm going to carry you because I'm going to place a whole bunch of signs over here because apparently, oh, I'm in my nose again. So apparently, it's okay to place my signs everywhere over here, but I can't place them over there, okay? Can't place them over there because then people might think the church supports me and Catherine. So I think that's another reason why it's important for rules, right? It's okay for thee to vote Democrat all the time. We know that they're Democratic church. That's historic information. If you don't believe me, I'll tell you some of the members, and you can look them up for yourself. They're related to city officials. He's now getting up and walking in. Now he's in the chute. Oh, crap. Now he's in the chute, ladies and gentlemen. Looky there. Looky there. He's going into tattle on me, probably. Oh, she's putting more signs out. Oh, God forbid. More signs. It hurts my feelings. Now I'm going to the other side. So, it is what it is. I hope you're on my live. Vaughn, voter fraud Vaughn. I hope you're on my live. I hope you're on my live. Michelle Daniels is going to be on my live. Yeah, she sure is. Yeah. Michelle Daniels coming out, say something to me. Okay, Vaughn, look at him. There's your elected official right there, Christy Grabowski. So here you go. That handed out pamphlets, that lied to her constituents about being a woman of God, hanging out with felons. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. Hurt my feelings. Hurt my feelings. No, I'm not my... Okay, Mikhail, I've already talked to the election board today. Don't talk to me. Okay, Michelle, you want to come tell me? Michelle Daniels, come on. Let's have an interview. I can't hear you. Let's have an interview. I've already talked to Linda and I've already talked to Tim Lannon. Yeah, I talked to the Madison County Election Board already and they said my signs were okay. You have to have them down for what?
So the ones by the road are the ones that need to be moved. That's the ones that they're worried about.
Okay.
So the ones over here on this hill and over there on that hill.
I've already removed those from the road.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you guys do realize that every polling place, even the churches, have allowed us to sit them out by the road, right?
Yes, sir, but what we got told is that they don't want them by the road because they don't want anybody thinking that this specific church is endorsing someone over anybody else. That is what they want. So
It's an election.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then we're going to file a complaint against the church about the harassment that I've received from one of your elders this morning, and I have the screenshots and the messages to go with it, plus 3 months worth. So you can make up your stuff, make up whatever you're trying to tell me. I'm going to go ahead and go call Tim Lannon and find out what he has to say. Thank you. So apparently they're saying I'm breaking Indiana code by putting my signs out, right? Right. So nobody wants to show me the codes. Mikhail wants to yell at everybody, try to act like he knows more. And here we are. They don't want, so you just heard it, folks. The church asked. Yeah. The church asked for us to remove our signs from the road. Okay, so that means that nobody should be having. Okay, I gotta go make some phone calls real quick.